Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, welcome. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe. And today we are going to be doing another makeup collection video. Today's kind of a more exciting one because I'm going to be showing you all of my eyeshadow palettes and single eyeshadows too. So I'm going to put them all into one video, and I do apologize if this video gets a little bit long, but I will do my best to speed through it for you guys. Don't forget that I do have a giveaway going on, so I'll link that as the first thing in the box down below. It's also the last video, so go check that out and figure out how to enter to win. This month's giveaway is going to be some face masks, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, since this video is already going to be kind of long, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be doing these bottom two drawers here. These are both going to be eyeshadow palettes, so sorry if these are long. Also, I'm going to be holding the camera because I didn't like how you could see my tripod in the last one. But anyway, so the top drawer here is going to be my most used palettes, and the bottom one is going to be ones that I don't use as often. It looks kind of unorganized, but there are organization there is organization to this drawer. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a box here, a box back here, and then a narrower box in here, if you could kind of see it back there. So in this first one here, this is going to be my smaller, more compact, travel-friendly palette. So these ones right here are all Too Faced palettes. So let's see. I have the Just Peachy Mattes. This is the old packaging of the Natural Eyes palette. I have the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. The Peanut Butter and Honey palette. And then the Cat Eyes one. These were like some of my first palettes, are these little tin Too Faced ones, and I absolutely love them still. Here, these are going to be my compact little Kylie palettes. So this is one of the holiday edition ones, the 2016 holiday palette. This one is the Blue Honey palette, and this one here is the purple palette. You can tell by the drips on the eyes. And then these ones are my ColourPop palettes here. So I have the I Think I Love You. This is the Element of Surprise. This one, this is not the actual name, it's on the back here. So this is the Yes Please palette. And the last one back here is the She palette, and this was the collaboration. Okay, and then we'll go to this one back here. It's a little more organized than this over here. But this one back here is going to be my bigger Too Faced palettes, and then I have a couple of the Anastasia palettes over here on this side. So let me go ahead and take this out for you guys. Okay, so I went ahead and took this one out, but these palettes that I have in here, this one is the Gingerbread Spice palette, and I love, love, love this one. It's so good, and I'm so sad that it was like limited edition. Next, I have the Chocolate Gold palette. Ooh, look at, you can see me in the reflection there. But that one is going to be like all shimmers, if you guys haven't seen that one before. And then I've got the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Then I have the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar, the regular chocolate bar, and the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I'm pretty sure I own like every Too Faced eyeshadow palette. If you guys don't own any of these palettes, you 100% should. And I know this this one, the Bonbons palette, I've seen at TJ Maxx before, so it's like half off. So definitely pick some of these up if you don't have some already. And then over here, I have a couple Anastasia palettes, so obviously the Modern Renaissance. I've been trying not to use this one because it's so overused. I should probably end up buying a new one, but I have so many, it's hard to like repurchase one palette. And then I have the Subculture palette as well, which you can also get from TJ Maxx, but Anastasia's shadows are just absolutely amazing. You should definitely get some. Okay, so I took those two boxes out. I thought it'd be easier to show you guys the rest of what's in here. Oh, without that in there. So first, this one, it just kind of sits between this box and the one that's there because it doesn't fit in any of them. But this is a Kylie palette. Absolutely love this one, and it doesn't show you on the back, but let's open it up. Okay, so this one is like her regular 9 eyeshadow pan palette, but it has the blush and the highlight on the bottom too. But this is my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is the Dose of Colors Desi x Katy collaboration, and this is my favorite palette of all time. Like, I cannot live without this palette. Next, this is an Alamar Cosmetics palette. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm, but I definitely want to try some more of her palettes if she comes out with more, because I think this was her first, yeah, volume 1. This is like her first ever eyeshadow palette, and they're really, really good shadows. All right, next, this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. She came out with like 4 of these, I believe, but this is the purple one. Yes, this is the purple palette, and this is the only one that I bought. It was the only one that really stuck out to me, and I just felt like I didn't need all the other ones. I had to resist. All right, next, this is a palette by Crown, and this is going to be all like warm tone shadows. I'll show you guys if you can see that, but these are really good shadows. If you guys want a good warm tone palette, this is definitely it. Next, another random Kylie palette, but this is the one of the Christmas ones, the Naughty palette. And this one here is by Ace Beauty. This is another kind of warm tone palette, but definitely got those pops of pink in there and some gold, but this one is a really good palette as well. And then a couple smaller ones here. This is another Desi x Katy Dose of Colors one. This is from the first collaboration, and I do get some use out of this, but obviously you can't create a full look with just this little compact, so I don't reach for it a ton, but these shadows are really good when you do want those kind of colors. And this one, you guys have seen me use this before in a couple of tutorials, but this is the Laura Lee Party Animal palette, and this is just all color. Like, just a ton of pops of color, and they're such pigmented shadows. If you want something really colorful, this is definitely the one. Last in this container, I have this little Urban Decay. This was actually like one of the point perks, I think, for Sephora, but there's just like a brown, like a bone shade, and then a pink and a purple there. Okay, last, there was like 3 palettes thrown in the back of that drawer, but so this is a single shadow palette, and majority of these are ColourPop shadows, and then there's a couple Makeup Geek and a couple Anastasia, but this is like my curated for myself colorful palette, and obviously I still have some room here to get some more shadows. And then this is just a ColourPop empty palette that I bought. And then another one that was back there is this Life's a Festival Too Faced palette. You guys saw that I picked this up at TJ Maxx, and it's just super colorful. Last back there was this Tarte palette. This is the Make Believe in Yourself palette, and these are kind of some more shimmery, colorful shades. Okay, now we're gonna go into the last drawer, and this one has like 0 organization to it whatsoever, basically, besides this little container here, which are like my liquid shadows. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of these out for you and then tell you about them. Okay, so first is this Laura Geller. This is the Truffles collection, and this is actually really cool because when you open it up, there's 4 smaller palettes in here, and I've literally like never used this, but I just thought it was so cool to have. But there's like a purple one, this one's neutrals, this one is like a smoky one, and then this one here is like bronze, and there's a green in there. But I just thought this was so cool. I had to get it. I actually found this at Nordstrom Rack, I believe. But yeah, I definitely should start using this more because these are so travel friendly little palettes, and they all come out of this package. All right, next is this pre-curated palette by myself. This is just in a Z palette, and most of these, once again, are ColourPop, Makeup Geek, and Anastasia shadows. And this is the palette that I use when I do makeup on other people for weddings, dances, photo shoots, anything like that, because there's a lot of really good neutrals in here and stuff that works on every skin tone. All right, next I have this Urban Decay Smoked palette. And then just a couple other random ones. This is the Urban Decay After Dark palette, which is pretty colorful. And this is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum, which is very, very colorful. It doesn't show the colors on the back. Let me open it for you guys. Look at those colors. I was a little disappointed in this palette though. For all of the colors, the pigment in them lacks pretty hard. So I would not recommend this palette for colors for sure, but it's still cool to have in your collection, and it's a nice big palette, and if you do want some color, it's there. But if you wanted really pigmented color, I would probably not recommend this. Last, for all the random Urban Decay palettes that I have, this is the Alice Through the Looking Glass. And once again, the shadows in here are not that great, but I mean, I bought this for the packaging, obviously. The top you open up and there's a mirror there. And then this part you open up and there's like this butterfly inside and a little quote there. And then under here, you pull the palette out from here. So there is a ton of shades, and the more neutral ones are pretty good, but once again, the colorful ones are just, they're not the best, but definitely A+ for packaging on this one and creativity. Okay, and of course I have my Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is in the bottom, not because I don't use it as often like the other palettes, but it is just so big it doesn't fit in the top with the rest of those palettes. So this one I literally just set on top of that drawer, but this is 100% a go-to palette for sure. All right, and last for my palettes in the bottom, then we'll get on to some other single shadows. I have this Sephora collection Minnie Mouse palette, and this is like a little clutch here, which is so cute. And you open it up and there's a mirror over there, and then these colorful shadows on this side here. Once again, these are not the greatest shadows, but obviously I bought this for the packaging. Okay, so back in the drawer here, I already told you guys these are just my single liquid shadows, and they're nothing special. There's some ColourPop, some NYX, and some Stila ones in there. And then this right here, oh my goodness, I have this massive thing full of ColourPop, the Super Shock shadows, some glitters, and some other single ones, single shadows down there at the bottom. But this is actually like a jewelry container, I think, to put like earrings in, and it literally fits these perfect, and this is like my favorite organized thing that I own for sure. Okay, so that is it for all of my eyeshadows, palettes, and single shadows. I hope this video wasn't too long for you guys. I tried to go as fast as I could. I know I didn't show you every single palette, but I tried to kind of show you some more that were a little bit different, not as common, like all of the Too Faced palettes. Like everyone knows what those look like. I don't think you need to see those, but the ones that were a little bit different or more limited edition, thought I'd show you guys. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget about my giveaway. I'll link that down below, like I said before, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.